Welcome back. This is Module 2, Connection with Self. And we're going to take a deep dive look at this core life connection. When people are new to the model and they're not really sure where to start, I generally recommend they start with connection with self because the main benefit, the primary benefit of a good, strong connection with self is anchor. There's two important dimensions to connection with self. One is this deep knowing. Everyone has access to this. This is very much a day-to-day reality experience in the core life connections, but there is this deep knowing. And then the second dimension is a knowing of what? Of who you are and what is important to you. Now, the big challenge here is to create alignment in your day-to-day experiences where you align with what's important to you and your actions. So if you are experiencing some craving for something in your connection with yourself, or you're overwhelmed, and some people might say, how could you possibly be overwhelmed in connection with yourself? My typical response to that question is, well, if you've gone through an intensive period of therapy or self-reflection, but also now, it just by coincidence and happenstance, I'm recording this module during the time of COVID-19, when so many people are quarantined and they are spending a lot of time with themselves. So you could possibly be an overwhelm in your connection with self. And we'll talk about what we can do with some of those things. But it's really understanding this alignment of who you are and your actions in honoring of what's important to you. Now, you have a built-in barometer. And how you know that is when you are aligned with who you really are and what is important to you, there's an ease to that. One of the aspects of connection with self is your vocation. So if you're frankly in a job that you really hate, time to slow down a little bit, step back, take a look. And if you're not quite sure what your values are, doing some values work, or said another way, determining what's important to you, and then trying to understand where the alignment and or misalignment is in your job. The other thing that I just want to mention, and this is an interesting phenomenon that I've noticed with my clients over the years, is that we each have our own gifts, our own divine gifts. Mine just happens to be writing and creating. And I always, I didn't give that the full credence or the full value because it was easy. That talent, you know, good, bad, or indifferent, comes very easily to me. And I had really not appreciated that not everyone had that talent or has that talent. So I'm just also offering up, if you are energized by something and if there's an ease to it or it's easy for you, you're really good at something, don't assume that other people get energized by the same thing or have the same talent. Time and time again with my clients, we've determined that they have blown off or minimized some of these things that were their true gifts. And not everyone can do what you can do. You have your own unique gift. There is a worksheet that goes with this module. I invite you to take a few minutes and reflect on, and if you recall in the first module, the introduction, we talked about a snapshot in time. So just sitting here today in a snapshot in time, reflecting on how satisfied are you right now with your connection with self.